this is exactly when most people would give up. Even if it's not good, just post it because that's what people want to see.
Yeah, of course.
The reality of like, hey, this turned out We're not really caring only about views and subscribers, but more about how it's converting.
If you don't realize that you only need that, and you don't necessarily need to chase views and subscribers, it's very easy to be like, oh, let's go for more views and subscribers. That's what will make me successful. But more views and subscribers doesn't mean more revenue. Because like, I know people that have 1 million on Instagram and they do $0 because they just don't know how to monetize.
I just wanted to like, pick your brain about a few things. And I'm like, nah.
Oh my God. Like the mental part of
stuff.
this is very hard.
So I'm gonna save my time and I'm gonna stop the call. You are about to watch 60 minutes of real coaching calls with my students, unfiltered and uncut. You will see the exact mindset shifts, strategies, and truth bombs that help them build real music businesses. Enjoy.
So what is the reason you want to shorten the videos?
So I think the way Simon says it is there's like a lot of air in the videos. He would say there's a lot of stuff that I do which like potentially could lose people, like if I'm figuring stuff out. Previously, I thought that people might want to see that, me just like tweaking and like tinkering and stuff. And he possibly suggested that if I removed that and just had like the cool, exciting stuff, I could potentially increase watch time and increase views and stuff, because in his opinion, my watch time is potentially lower than it should be.
Yeah, but so the outcome that you're after by doing this change is more views.
I suppose it would be, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas I think there's a time and place for those videos, because every video has a different outcome that you want for the viewer. So I do agree that for the videos that you want to grow your channel and attract new people and go like a bit more viral, shorter, without the fluff, more concise is great. Because those are the videos that are gonna grow your channel and bring more traffic and more people into your channel. But then I would say that the videos that are longer, which still show more of your process and more of your personality and are a bit less like, viral style of content, are going to be very interesting for the people that wants to work with you on a more deeper level. And they're going to attract more of the right, like correct audience that you want, that has a longer attention span, that is ready to put more time and money into you. So I would still make sure to be intentional about all the videos that you put, which is why I think it's something that I showed you in the past. It's like every week or every month, know the amount of videos that you want to put out. And every time I make sure that, okay, is it a growth video, like a discovery video? Is it a community, like authenticity video? Or is it a sales video, right? Like, you need to make sure that the format of the video makes sense for the outcome that you want from that video. You want videos to attract new viewers, but then you also want videos that are longer so that those new viewers, it can convert 20% of them into like fans of yours. And then they want to work more with you because they see like, oh, wow, he shared this. Like, that was super cool. No one ever showed me this. Right?
Yes.
So like, I just be careful, because like, it's very easy to be tempted to just follow the views, follow the subscribers, because, oh, that's the metric we care about. Like, but like, that's the fluffy metric in my opinion, because for a music business, you don't necessarily need more views or more subscribers.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's always good to keep growing. And as long as you keep a few, and that's why usually I think about it as a ratio. So you could do like, 60% growth videos, 20%, community videos, and 20% sales videos, or, 70, 20, 10, or whatever, however you want to do it. But like, just be intentional about the outcome that you want that video to do for you.
Yeah, then for the Instagram, as we talked, like you do a lot of content on YouTube, so we should repurpose that and put it on Instagram, which is kind of what you're doing. But I think we should also leverage ManyChat, the automations in the DMs. And so once you start, or we could do like call to actions in your captions, like in the description of the Instagram Reels, like comment this word and I'll send you, the link to the bundle of the sample packs, right? Like something like this. Like that's something that we should look into. So let's see, I'm going to put like ManyChat.
Like a mindset thing that I have, which might have been holding me back previously.
Yep.
But and with the Instagram stuff, I don't advertise too much on there because I always thought of the Instagram as more as a representation of my artist side. So I thought of that as like it would have a slightly different target audience. It would have my fans there. So I don't do any advertising on there. Not really much setup, or I haven't put much growth into it. I also think like a few labels and management and whatever might follow. So I don't want to come across what's the word? Like, I guess the word is too salesy to a fan base potentially, but I know that's the way I have it at the moment. I might just be in my head about that. I might just be wrong.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a fair thinking. Now, there's two things. What's more important to you right now?
Yeah, the main goal for me is the financial one. So,
and second, what about one or two, like one reel per week, where in the caption, because like it's not you saying to the camera like, hey, like buy my stuff, right? It can be as easy as just, at the end of the caption, a little extra thing like, by the way, if you like my sound and you like, if you're a producer and you like my sounds, I have a few sample packs available, comment bundle, and I'll send you the link to it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's like indirect passive promotion.
Yeah.
Do you think that would be a good like middle ground?
Yeah, it absolutely would. And in fact, you just saying that and me kind of saying it aloud made me think of a few artists that I follow who similar strategy, and I actually appreciate it. So yeah, it definitely is sounds great.
How does a video editor sounds to you?
A video editor.
Have you thought about that?
Actually, I'd thought about it, I guess for when I'm making more money, I suppose that did cross my mind. Although some people do it cheaply. They do it pretty inexpensively on, Fiverr. So,
I mean, how much do you think a video editor costs? Or how much because right now, like there's a few things that I'm seeing. There's a few things that we can see is first, we can reduce the pace of your videos and just trying to go more towards, the SEO educational videos so that this brings us the traffic and we'll get less views. But if it's more targeted audience, who cares?
Right.
It's just like a mental thing to get over.
Yeah.
That might be hard to see. And then the other solution can be, right now you're at 2 videos a week, right?
Yeah, 2 to 3. Yeah.
Long form? Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say keep it to 2 so that you don't burn yourself out.
Okay.
2 is great already. But then out of those 2, which ones are the ones that take you the longest to edit?
I haven't even clocked that. I would average about an hour and a half or something from putting it together, making, getting the thumbnail and then hosting it. Maybe average of 2 hours or something.
Yeah, that's really not bad. Do you like video editing, or is it like draining your energy?
I do like it, actually.
Okay, so maybe video editor is not what we need.
Okay.
From your answers.
Yeah.
It seems like this is not the problem. Like, what makes you feeling overwhelmed? Maybe it's just the amount of content?
I think maybe it's the amount. And I thought about that too. And then I guess I'm thinking, then I think, okay, but it needs to move faster. I'm trying, I don't want to slow down, and
don't. You want to hold the distance, so don't burn yourself out.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we could definitely work on some like sales techniques and strategies for sure a little bit. Yeah. But I think we do need a bit more like bookings first. You know, a bit more traffic. Have you been talking with people on Instagram like every day? You know, as we were talking, like
Yeah, I haven't had a ton of new follows yet. That's because I guess there was like 5 days where I didn't post, and generally if I go that long without posting, I don't get new follows.
okay, but you got comments and likes, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So what keeps you from messaging those people and doing the same?
Oh, I didn't do that. I was thinking about just the people.
I'm just gonna tell you that right now. I'm working on a new technique of like exactly that one.
Yeah.
3 days in a row, I was able to sell one person.
Okay.
For the music creator, which isn't even launched right now. I'm just taking in pre-sales. I got 4 students in already in like 5 days of doing that.
Okay.
But since I can back from vacation, I'm messaging 5 people every day. It's like a non-negotiable that I do. And so far, I have 4 students that signed up.
Okay.
Out of just doing that. And it's $1,000 product. Yours is free. So I think we should do that.
Okay.
A bunch. You know, it's something that I do honestly now, kind of like anytime I can during the day, because I see it works so well. And right now I'm in like lunch mode, so I'm doing that a lot. But it's something that otherwise before I was just doing at the end of my day, like before going to bed. I just check out my Instagram, my activity. I kind of see who engaged with my content. If it's story, even if someone just saw a story, I check like their profile. If I see that they're a qualified person that is like, oh, they are trying to sell music stuff, they are making a bit of content, they're perfect for me and music creator, I'm gonna send them a message saying like, hey, name, you know, thank you for engaging with my story. Quick question, are you here for the videos, or are you here just for the videos, or do you have a music business you're looking to grow? And I just start the conversation like that.
Okay.
For you, it's like, hey, thank you so much. You know, maybe sometimes it's even like, what made you follow me? Or, you know, what did you like in this reel? You know, what made you like this reel? If they just liked it, or if they commented, you just say like, hey, just saw your comment, wanted to personally thank you, you know, for engaging with it. You know, I really appreciate it. Curious about you, you know, are you a singer looking to, like, you know, what's your goal with singing? Like, whatever it is for you, right?
Yeah.
But the goal is to start the conversation. And then from there, you just ask them a little bit, like, you kind of want to validate them. So you kind of want to know what's their goal, you know, with singing, where they're at right now, what's blocking them, you know, because you have to get them to sit in the pain that they're having right now, to understand that they want your product, like your service. Repeating what they say as well is very important. Like, for example, right now, just before I was checking my messages and someone told me, you know, he's working like as a musician on a band in like cruise ships, but he wants to do mixing for other people. Like he wants music, like mixing clients. So in my question that I asked, because like he was telling me like finances are a bit like tight. So I said, okay, finances aside, do you think that that the program Music Creator will get you, you know, to book music clients on your own? I repeat the goal that they want, right? And then he said, yeah, absolutely, blah, blah, blah. And this is where I help him and say, you know what, I have payment plans available. You know, like just you continue the conversation. But just to show you an example, like reuse what their goal are. And then if everything they say is like making them like a good prospect, like they're interested in singing lesson, they have a goal that you can help them with, then this is where you say, you know what, I have like a free vocal assessment, like you know, would you like to book a session with me? It's free.
Okay.
And then just do that to book as many people like that. And then out of those people that comes to the book, like the vocal assessment, you're for sure going to upsell some. You've done it already. You can do it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but I think right now, while we wait for the audience to shift a little bit on YouTube, I think doing that route is great. And if you don't mind doing that, you know, I think this is a great ROI from what I've seen recently.
Yeah.
And it's actually cool because it's like more engagement on your profile. You actually get more of a connection with people. And I think that's what's working right now. It's because,
Yeah.
there's kind of like a content overload, but having like that direct connection and contact with people, they seem to actually like it. They need to see you, what you do outside, like what you like outside. And also I
And
think
the
like,
weird thing about that video is that has 40% average view, 62% watching after 30, which is like my best thing, but it just
because it's a
completely died
community
off.
video, like people connect with you.
Yeah, but it didn't get pushed out, even though it had good stats. That's what I was confused by.
Well, 1.7K is not bad. It did twice better than your other videos, it says.
Yeah. But over my last 10, it's just about a little bit above average. But my point is, it was
And-
just strange when like the Frank Ocean video has much worse stats.
Yeah, but the
officially.
thing is, right now you're looking at the number metrics, but not necessarily the ones that really matter.
Okay.
Because how to explain? I wish I would have an example from me that I could show you. But another example that I saw from a channel that tracked the thing better, they did a video that was like more community, like that didn't perform well in terms of the algorithm. I think it did like 6,000 views, whereas his other videos on average are like 40K views or things like that. But it was his fourth best video in terms of the amount of clicks it generated to his coaching program.
So it was still really worth doing.
Exactly, because we're not really caring only about views and subscribers, but more about how it's converting. And those kind of community videos are the converting videos. So what you could do is using Bitly to track the amount of clicks that everything gets.
Oh yeah, I have TinyURL that does the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. So TinyURL, you could do that. And where, for example, your next video that is like a Frank Ocean or something that is like a very good discovery, check how many clicks it's gonna get onto your first 3 links. And then do the same for a community video and see how much clicks it gets.
You're right, because people will get more engaged and actually...
Because those kind of videos usually get people more engaged. Rather than the how-to, they get the stuff, the tips, and they get out.
Yeah. Where they don't form a connection.
But that's the thing, it's like, it's hidden. You might not see it as much as the views and subscribers numbers, but it's not all that matters.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't dismiss the community videos for that exact reason.
That makes a lot of sense.
Like, for example, like one day I got a coaching client that booked a session and he told me, yeah, I saw your video about the burnout. I was like, I need to talk to that girl, and I booked a session. Not a discovery video.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the thing. It's like, if you don't realize that you only need that and you don't necessarily need to chase views and subscribers, it's very easy to be like, oh, let's go for more views and subscribers. That's what will make me successful. But more views and subscribers doesn't mean more revenue. Because like, I know people that have 1 million on Instagram and they do $0 because they just don't know how to monetize. And so it's completely different.
Also trying still heavily focusing on trying to improve the videos as well. I feel like I might be wrong on this. I'm trying to dig into the stats, but I feel like our views are going down slightly.
Interesting, because I felt like it was the opposite. I felt like your subscribers was going up like more.
Like I have been gaining more. I have been getting more subscribers, but I think it might be at a slower pace. I might be wrong. I think I look at my stats way too much.
Probably, I barely look at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a big difference between what you're doing and what I'm doing. I look at it a lot, and then maybe I'm not being very objective.
What do you think is like, what's a lot? What do you think, like, how often?
So I don't have a lot of social media on my phone. So that's my social media. I might open it 10 to 20 times a day.
Yeah. I maybe open it like, I don't know, 2-3 times a day, but it's mostly to check like new comments. In terms of like the views and all, like, if you look at me, for example, my views have plummeted because I've taken a break, but I couldn't give a because I know
Right.
this is not what I'm focusing on. And yeah, it's not the data that I'm looking at.
The previous shorts was just, I just cut it up from the video and then post. But now I've been actually like re-recording, like specifically like Pikachu and Raichu. What would they sound like? Going into the more musical rhythm style. So,
But do you find it does better for the views and the conversion, or is the same?
it kind of either the same or varies. Like there's
Because honestly, if it seems to be like, I don't know, if it's the same, yeah, it seems to be the same. And like if it takes you more work,
like
but
there's
it
one
doesn't
that
bring
pops
you
off.
any more ROI,
Yeah.
then you shouldn't do it. And you should do it as easily as possible.
I agree, and there's resistance in my head.
Why?
The resistance is that it seems like a lot of people really like the new rhythmic style that I'm doing.
Yeah, but has
And
it
so I-
Yeah, but has it converted in more, I feel like you need more data. Like if you tell me like, hey, I've noticed those brings me more clients and more views, then yes. If it's a no,
I mean, I have gotten,
then it's just not an ROI, a good ROI.
Yeah. I have gotten, a couple new piano jingles, but I guess I don't particularly know where they came from.
Yeah, for me, I know the big difference that we did recently is the landing page.
Yeah. So that
But
could be
I
it.
think that's why I would really, advise you to keep track of how many page views you get per month on each of that piano jingle page or the theme song. So that then, depending on which YouTube strategy you see, if you have more traffic since you started to do those rhythmic shorts,
Mhm.
then okay, that is attributed to better shorts.
Yeah.
But you need the data to know. So you need to track the data. So try to
okay.
find your analytics and try to find per month how many views you had on each of your pages, because otherwise you can't make decisions.
I'm just working it out in my brain as far as getting rid of stuff.
Yeah. Why?
And because that's how my brain is.
No, I'm not saying
No.
that. I'm saying like, does it scare you to remove stuff?
A little bit, but I mean, it's not like it's been proven to work so far or anything. So
I get it, because that's something very, often, like very
Common.
recurring, common.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Very common. At the beginning, I've done the mistake myself. Raya did it. But it's like at the beginning when something, like you try something and it doesn't really work, you want to add to it. You want to add so that people have more options, so that this is going to work. But that's actually the worst thing you can do. Because if one thing's not working, 4 or 5 is not going to work either.
Right.
And so you kind of feel afraid to remove possibilities for you to get money.
Right.
But that's actually by doing this, that this is going to actually work. It's the more you focus on one thing, because you give only one option to people. And then you focus only on one thing. Like YouTube DM, send everyone to the free vocal assessment, get more traffic to there, get more vocal assessments booked. That means you'll have more clients that upsells. It's statistics at this point.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that help?
Yes. Right. I mean, it's black and white. You know what I mean?
I know, but I know how it feels. It's like, oh no, now they have less. I have less ways of potentially making money. And it's like, yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
That's actually what's gonna work out.
I think this is usually the part where things start to fall apart. Like it'll start, I'll start doing it. It's going well. People are starting to follow. I just get overwhelmed. If I feel like it's not working, then I get stopped. And I have a hard time proceeding, shall we say. So then I was like, okay, well, why stop? Just write a short form for it or whatever. And then I'm sitting there thinking about, okay, how am I going to do that? Okay, how is it going to? Okay. Then I start writing it. Okay, then how's it? It's just like, I really struggle with that.
A lot of overthinking.
Yeah. And I finally landed on something. I did post something the other day, but I think, it's the thing that really makes it difficult and has made it difficult in the past to move forward. It's just
What do
like
you
I'm
mean
on
to
it
move forward? You mean to keep going?
to keep going, to keep up momentum, to, keep like building up traffic. We need traffic, and
Yeah.
my energy needs to contribute to that. Um so yeah, that's the thing that I'd kind of been struggling with. I did write some short form stuff, some short form versions that I want to record today.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, oh my God, like the mental part of this is very hard.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah.
All right. Okay, a couple things in my head. I'm thinking this is exactly when most people would give up. So this is exactly what you need to tell yourself, like, don't, so that the others give up. And then once I'm on the other side of things and that I figure out how to not be so overwhelmed and not overthink and find a better rhythm, things will be better, much better. All right. And definitely don't go over 2 YouTube videos a week.
Okay.
So that you can like recharge, focus on other things, do other things, because that's also, like if you burn yourself out, there's no music business, music channel, like there's nothing.
Right.
So I learned that the hard way. So you really prioritize yourself.
Right.
And as you said, it's like the more you have energy, the better you can show up on video, and then it'll lead to better results.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the current paid offers, which are a lot. So from what I could see, mostly you have like paid coaching and school community, or is it 2 different things? Because I'm very confused in this. And so I think it confuses as well your potential customers.
Yeah, I think you're right. The idea is that you receive coaching from me inside the community. So that's just one of the benefits of the coaching program.
And your coaching program, it's like pretty much the same as me, like weekly sessions, or what is it?
No, so you book whenever, as you would like. You can go through the courses based on, you can go through the courses that are in the community based on what you would like to learn. And then if you get stuck at any point, you can book a session with me on an as per basis to help you get unblocked with anything you're struggling with.
Okay, got it. Okay, interesting. Okay, so that you said it's about 3 hours a week.
It is, yeah.
Because I know you also mentioned you wanted to do like a
5, sorry, between 5, yeah, around 5.
Oh, well, 3 for coaching and then 2 extra hours to run it.
That's correct.
But I meant in terms of the people that book the calls, it's about 3 hours a week.
That's correct. What seems to happen is that a lot of the people, even though I do offer unlimited coaching, a lot of people don't end up booking less than once a week. Some people are happy to go 2, 3, 4 weeks before they see me again. There's no pressure on it. So for some reason, the way I've set up this offer, it hasn't been a huge load on my time. I don't have 20 a week or anything like that. So yeah,
because like I was gonna say, if the goal, is to scale the community to a lot of people, you might end up into a bottleneck where too many people book your time every week, and then you have time for nothing else.
That is so yeah.
So I think that's a little bit risky to go with that business model, especially also if you're saying that you offer unlimited, but no one is really doing that. I think for the price that you offer, you could limit it to 1 coaching per month for for everyone that joins the community, and then having a separate high ticket paid coaching program.
Interesting. Okay.
How would you feel about something like this?
I think that's a really good idea. I think it would really work for a lot of the people who are new joining. Something that I might struggle with, but this is something I'll probably just have to get over, is obviously the people who are already in the community. I'd have to kind of let them down gently about the idea of possibly reducing their hours. But definitely makes sense. I think it's a better offer.
Is there anyone in the community right now that's been booking more than 1 coaching a month per month with you?
Yeah, there's majority of people kind of are about twice a month, and there's one person who books with me 2 to 3 times a week, a lot. So I could
Okay.
start to see it starting to
So
grow.
that person 2 to 3 times a week, like you should charge thousands.
Yeah.
Like, so another thing that we could do is if you don't, because like I totally understand, not wanting to let them down. So what you could do is tell them like, hey, this is going to change, but it's going to change for the new people joining the community. Everyone that's joined already will still get the unlimited because that's what I promised you. So that's something that we could do. This way you kind of get the best of both worlds.
That makes perfect sense.
Okay, so basically in the coaching programs, you kind of have like 2 different ways of doing it. Kind of like me, where there's no like predefined curriculum so that it's really specific to whatever the student needs. Or you have a predefined curriculum that you can even have and do as a coaching, like as a group coaching program, right? Now I do prefer the flexible option. Now I think you could, like in your sales calls or the sales page, you could say that it is going to be, along the lines of a few weeks starting on the music theory, then a few weeks on sound design, and then, that there's flexible rooms to apply, like to adapt to each student. But I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just that if you do say like, all right, we'll start by music theory, then we'll do sound design and this. But then if someone comes to you and be like, oh, but I know music theory, I just need help with like the sound design and mixing, then you might lose that person as a client. So that's where I feel like the flexible option, especially at the beginning, I think it's better to stay flexible so that you kind of like get as many people as possible into your coaching program. And as you work with them, you'll understand a bit more like, oh, okay, so overall, that's what they needed. Overall, that's what they liked. And then you can, the next time you run it, you can develop it into a more like predefined structure if you want. But yeah, I think the flexible option at the beginning is probably better so that you can maximize the potential clients that you get.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I'm happy with that as well.
Yeah, okay, cool.
How many students would you like? Because, like, for example, for me, I'm seeing that I don't want to get more than 5 because that's already 5 hours per week of those sessions, plus checking in, answer questions, on top of any other calls I need to do with brands or other students or, interviews or whatever, or film videos, So, like, because, like, what I want to say is, like, you're going to have to cap it for sure. Because you can't, like, if you have a 1-1 weekly call, you can't have like 50 students. Otherwise, you're going to do this all 4 hours a week.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think I have, I would probably say 5 as well. I was going to say I probably have a lot less stuff than you do, but obviously with sponsorships going on and stuff, I could see how that could potentially, other things could grow.
I think you have less stuff than me.
I feel like you've got a lot more.
More.
Well, maybe, but yeah, I think you're right in terms of like, I think that there's too many, it could get a bit crazy.
So now to choose the price, that's always the most complex one. But so
I also sell these packs individually.
Yeah, we're gonna have to also bring it down.
Right, for it to make sense.
But also because like the thing is, like sure, we're going to bring it down, but if we're doing more sales, you're in the end going to make more money. And that's ultimately what we want to do. Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, so you'll have to, we'll definitely have to bring the...
Makes sense.
So right now, we're going to have to think about the price of each and then add it up to the bundle, but make it less for the bundle so that there's an incentive on buying the bundle and not the pack separately.
Of course. In fact, I I even increased the value of the individuals so that there was a large perceived gap for that reason. But I think going this way makes more sense.
The discovery call, like you have to make sure that it goes both ways. Like also make sure to ask your own questions
Yeah.
so that you can
Yeah, for
figure
sure.
out if the person is the right fit for you.
Yeah.
Because, for example, one of the last ones I had, I was like, no, like that's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
You're not made for that program. Or maybe they want the results that I offer, but I see that their mindset, their attitude is just not right.
No, I'm going to put in the work for it. Yeah.
I don't think, yeah, exactly. So I have to make sure that I also only select the right people into the program. Otherwise, I'm also losing my time. So try to keep that in mind, because I know at the beginning it might be, tempting to just take whoever wants in. But if it's the wrong person, it's not going to help you at all.
Because you really want to give you that 5-star review and be happy.
Exactly. Yeah. And because also if you get the right person that's going to put in the work and get results, then that's also great for you to keep promoting it for other people. Whereas if you keep, putting time and people don't get results, it's kind of worthless for you.
What kind of red flags, I guess, were you looking out for that made you actually do that?
I mean, for example, sometimes some people don't even read. They just see a free call, they take it. And so, for example, one didn't really read, and what they had just literally started music production 2 weeks ago. So I was like, I'm not going to be able, you're not at the point where I can help you achieve the things I want you to do. I need you to first get your skills, and then we can work towards monetizing and things like that, right?
For sure.
Then the other day I had someone that was interested in monetizing through sync licenses or beats, channel type beat channels.
Type beat channel, yeah.
So I was like, that's not what I do. Can't help you. Or the last one also was he didn't want to use social media at all. And, and everyone does it a different way, right? There's different ways about building your music business and to get clients. My specialty is using social media to attract them.
To do
right?
that, yeah.
So I was like, I don't think I could potentially help you, but it's not really what I want in the program. So, all those I was like, no. And then also sometimes you can tell if someone instantly isn't interested about the program, but just wants a free call with you.
Just to get some free advice.
Yeah. So I'm very careful about that. And if I see that, I'm also trying to stop it ASAP.
What kind of gives you that impression?
Usually, if you follow the structure of the book Surf to Sell or whatever, it asks you to start by, what made you book the call? What do you need help with? Right? And usually if they're like, I just wanted to pick your brain about a few things. And I'm like, nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Pick your brain about a few things or things like that. That's just I have lots of questions for you. No. That's not what it is about. This is usually how a coaching call starts. At some point, 10, 15 minutes in, I'm going to say so do you have any questions about the program? And if they say no, not really, they don't even ask the price. They don't even ask things like that. I'm like, you don't even you don't give a about it. You're not here for that.
That's it.
So I'm going to save my time and I'm going to stop the call.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good point.
If you think about conservative conversion rates, let's say you have 20% conversion rate. You need 10 calls to get 2 clients, right? That's kind of how I'm trying to think of it. I think I needed 15 calls to get 4 or 5 people in.
Yeah.
So that's 1 every 5 calls.
Yeah.
Because you get better, as you do the calls as well, you get to know your perfect target, audience better as well as to who you can help. And it's just you refine it over time. But and then one more thing as well that I was going to say during the call, and I think it says it in the Surf call, it's try to give them obviously you need to kind of tease them a little bit, what they will learn, how it's gonna, how you can help them. But mostly I think I'm mostly trying to show them the how, not the what.
Yeah.
Because then they could decide I'm going to try to do it on my own. If you give them too much, like, because you want to help, if you give them too much, like, oh yeah, we'll start by doing this, I'll get to you, I'll get you to do this, and this.
Like, well, I'll just,
Exactly. And so you kind of just want to kind of change their mindset, challenge their mindsets as well, like their thoughts, because usually that's when they'll be like, oh, yeah, she kind of like opened my mind to that. Like I need to work with her, rather than just like, I think I can do it on my own because she gave me already the first like 10 steps.
That's it. So yeah, basically just tell them how you would work with them rather than.
Yeah, exactly. So like, yeah. So like, for example, if you would, because like for you, it's like a coaching program for like music production, right?
That's it. Yeah.
So I think when you do your booking calls, I would ask for them to send you their songs, like at least one track, so that you can already have an idea as to their level, if you can help them. Because maybe sometimes, you have people that are like too good already. They just have like, and like maybe you can't help them because it's like even above your level or whatever, right? So it will give you a good idea. And then what you can do in the surf call is like, okay, so for example, let's take this example, like maybe you can tell them like, we would start by, I think your main problem is the composition. We can, I can teach you about music theory. We can talk about this, but like, don't tell them like
exactly what to do.
Like here, I would change the chord progression here. Right? Like this is too precise, right? Like just to give you an example as to the how and not the what.
Mm-hmm.
Over the last week, I've been thinking about it, and I've been thinking like cohorts or
no
employees or stuff. I don't know.
No. I think right now just keep it simple. Have a wait list, because then it'll build the hype as well. Seeing that you're full, it'll make it more valuable to their eyes. And then once it's opened, you blast email marketing until you fill that spot. Just saying like, hey, it's open for the wait list for the next week. I have only 1 or 2 spots left. New spots available. Click here to book a call. And then it's just like at the discovery call, you raise the price. I think the only thing I would say though in all of those is I would say that it's limited to 5 people.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Because you need just to add some FOMO as well. That it's like, just add some FOMO, like after saying like, PS, I will only be accepting 5 mentorship students, mentees, whatever, apprentices, whatever you want to call them. So if you want to apply, like apply now, don't wait, because it'll be closed for the next 3 months or whatever, something like, I think adding some FOMO in all of those posts would be good.
For sure. Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah. So it's at that. And I was just going to say for the YouTube community post, if you've been trying to learn music for a while, I would try again to be a bit more specific to your, as we said, like what was one of the main problems from the worksheet of the offer. Or maybe, if you've been struggling to achieve a professional quality sounding track, and feel that you're plateauing with YouTube tutorials, like really like talk to their problems that we've identified before.
That's such a great point.
I think all this would like talk to themselves more.
And so that would be like add and talk or who the pain points.
Yeah, so like something like, if you've been struggling to achieve a professional quality sounding track, and plateauing, watching endless YouTube tutorials that doesn't teach you real stuff, that doesn't, help with your progress. I'm now opening my, I have something for you. I've opened my coaching program. It's a 12-week, blah, blah, blah. But like, really get to the problem first so that they'll be like, yep, that's me. Then introduce the solution, FOMO, call to action, all that stuff. Again, just one sentence, like very, very quick, but I think it'll be more, you need to target more, the pain points, the desires and things like this, just to be a bit more precise.
More specific,
Yeah.
if you convince someone too much to work with you and they fall into it, but then they are not ready to really like put in the work and all, then you're not going to get them the results that you need to get them. And it's
Yeah.
actually going to hurt your business, like your career. So it's kind of useless. So
Right.
it's also important to know that sometimes you just can't help someone and it's just
Yeah.
not the right person for you. And that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But, over time, you'll be able to tell a bit more those two.
I think I'm struggling when you sell a mentorship for like a high ticket program and you just say it in the video, people don't really. So I was like, if I just do the lead magnet,
Oh yeah, sure. I would definitely do more of the lead magnet. And then, because like one thing I was going to say is that right now you only have one spot left on the mentorship, or is it full?
yeah, I guess I've got one more spot. Yeah.
So you're not going to be able to, it's going to be useless to promote the mentorship if you don't have space for it. So what better, while you don't have space for the mentorship, just keep pushing the landing page so that you build your email list while you don't have space. And then once you have spaces that open again, you go hard on email marketing because they'll be warm already and ready for it. So the only thing is, I would say, we have to be very careful, like, because, if you push the lead magnet and then someone is ready to buy from you, but there's no spots available, we need to really make sure that we update the sales page of your mentorship and really change the apply now to join the waitlist. And that'll be something we really need to do. And so basically, once the spots are full, we need to have a waitlist so that people that come from your lead magnet will be able to join the waitlist instead of applying now. So we'll just have to change that every time, and keep track of that.
Yeah, that sounds really, really good. That sounds really cool. On a slightly bigger scale, on a kind of business model question, with the mentorship, what options are there for in terms of scaling? So my main question is, if I build the wait list, do I have to wait, or should I wait until I'm done with like the majority of my current students and then I open it up again and then I can only take 8 people again? I'm a bit unsure about how to grow that.
Like once your first student is done, you just send an email. Hey, one spot opened. There are 20 times more people on the wait list. Apply now. Call now to fill your spot. And what I would do as well in terms of the scaling is every 5 students, just raise the price.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just change where I will take you through everything I know. I would more say something where I will take you from point A to point B.
Nice. Yeah.
Like from whatever the point A is to whatever you want the dream outcome to be. Just so it's a bit more specific and result oriented. Because this way they can picture themselves more and be like, oh yeah, that's what I want. That's where I am. That's where I want to go. I think that makes more sense. I'll let you do the.
Worries. I've just written a comment. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You'll still have all the courses as well as the amazing community. If you're interested, check out the program here. Would people know what Producer Mastery is already, or?
It's highly possible. I have a conversation chain in it in the general chat. So if I post this, it would be like right beneath it.
Okay, got it.
There's not a lot of conversation. So
okay, because I was just gonna say, do we need to maybe say like to the Producers Mastery School community, or
Oh yeah.
just to be more specific of what it was to what it is now. Maybe
just to cover some grounds. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And also maybe something just in the language. I wanted to make sure that if you join, maybe I wanted to make sure that when you join, just a little bit more like confidence and, you get the maximum amount of growth possible. So it will now be a 12-week intensive coaching program where blah, blah, blah. You'll still have access. You'll still have all the courses as well as the amazing community. If you're interested, check out the program here. Maybe check out the new program here. Just to show them there's something new, Yeah, I think here I would also be more specific, like from point A to point B, but like specifically from people that bought preset packs. So, maybe from this to learning how to make your own presets, or I don't know, depending on what they want. Because I guess what they want to achieve still is achieve like a quality, like radio ready professional sounding track.
That's really good.
So yeah, I would just try to be a bit more specific in like the result and like the dream outcome, so that it really talks to their like deepest desires. Like you got to show them that you know where they are by telling them exactly where they are, because that's where they'll be like, oh, he knows my struggle, he understands me, and then that's where I want to go, So yeah, again, from point A to point B. My motto is that there's nothing to lose except getting a no, but it's already a no totally. So far. So if
and a couple of them, I've like poked them a couple times already. And like, I don't try to bug them too much, but it's like sometimes like a month will go by and I'll just poke like, hey, it's just to see an update, what's, if you're ready for this or not. If not, no worries, but just curious, so
I'll put that on the list of like reach out to potential previous potential customers with the updated messaging and packaging of the new offer, because that's the main thing. It's like we're changing like the package, and like how we talk about it. Like I think how you talk about it, like that was like mostly what we talked last session, like how you talk about it, the language you use, how you sell it,
sure
how you position it, rather than it's just a quick like piano thing. That's like it's gonna level up your audio branding, dude.
Right. Definitely.
Like it's different, right?
I haven't really put into the into my marketing or any of my offers or anything. But one thing that I definitely feel like I would be able to help with someone is, like you said, that next layer of support for someone who feels like they're struggling. I feel like my advantage is being able to break down those concepts in a way that they would understand. So I'm not 100% sure how I could word that in terms of an pain solution, but I feel like that's the most the most value I could give to someone, like whether that's starting, if they wanted to become artists and they're not sure how to begin the process of creating an artist brand, or developing their music sound, or developing a coherent sound. That's something I could definitely do.
For example, developing your sound, like finding your own sound signature or things like that. Like that could be one of the pain points. I remember in the pain points you were saying that there are no great sounds on the internet. Could be you giving the sample packs, but I know there's something about like everyone makes similar music kind of, and they don't stand out. Like that could be part of that.
Is based on some feedback that I had from the community. A lot of the people joined because with YouTube beats and producers, you get a lot of trap production, and a lot of R&B production is very similar. A lot of people download samples, they'll put a beat and they'll make drums underneath it and leave it there. A lot of people, the reason why they bought into my YouTube channel and then bought into the community is because I'm still using real instrumentation. I still make bridges. I'm still writing more song first, still creating my own samples. So what I was trying to get at there is that I'm still like making music as an artist. Like some references I always say are like Tyler the Creator, Thunder. They make these types of R&B that's different from mainstream, and I can tell people the thought process behind that and why those decisions get made.
Yeah, so I think that's where you need to be a bit more specific, like just so that you can use those words in your sales page. Like develop your unique sound signature, things like that, like that, because like that's something that they're struggling with. That's an outcome they want. So you need to have that in the sales page, for example, right? Like just like a short sentence of like 4 to 5 words that explains the benefit of it. Because like basically in the sales page, you want to more outline the benefits more than like the features. You want to show them more like the transformation that they're going to get. So like usually that's where from the pain points, we come up with a few things as to, okay, those are the benefits that you will get through the community or through the coaching session. And then you list them in the sales page. So yeah.
I've been going back to all the strategy sessions too, and just kind of like relooking over things as I was working on the landing page. Like, okay, here's my Joseph, here's my all the other things we talked about. So
yeah, and you know, like looking at his stuff, like Kesh, like those expandable menus, he has like 8 benefits, and this like the way he says it, you know, like overcome fear of imperfection, eliminate creative block, fostering creativity, reduce stress. This is going to be the language that you should be using when you are promoting your theme song, rather than get a 1 minute and 2 minute version and 30-second. No, level up your audio branding, say goodbye to copyright, you know, reduce stress during your live streams, create a memorable experience for your viewers. This is what they're going to be like, oh, that sounds interesting. Like, I want all of those results. Like, tell me more.
Yeah.
Right. And this is how you get them to click on the sales page, more than saying like, hey, if you want a 30-second theme song, you know, it's going to be like, oh, I don't really need it. But hey, if you want to level up your audio branding, create a memorable experience and never have copyright issues again, click that link. See the difference in the messaging? Like, it's really all about the messaging. And again, what we're doing in the sales page, then you're going to use the same language messaging in your videos, in your CTAs, in your emails and things like that. Usually I like to see my content in like 3 different buckets. So for example, for you, it could be like those reaction videos to this like song that you did, like that series. It could be the theme song piano jingles for game characters pillar. And then maybe it's to help streamers grow or whatever, right? Like, basically it's kind of like having like 3 pillars. And then inside each pillar, you can come up with like 10 different video ideas, which gives you like 30 video ideas.
I see.
But it has to be like, think of, you know, what is the content I could create that would attract Joseph and repel everyone else. Right? So like, for example, I don't know if I had showed you that part, but I know that for me, the content that I can create is going to be content that builds their confidence in their ability to monetize their music already, showing that they can do it on the side, debunking some myth, showing different ways of income streams available, things like that. And I want to repel hobbyists who just want to make music for fun.
I see.
I want to repel shortcut seekers looking for overnight success. So that means that I'm not going to do like 50 tips in 10-minute video or shorts or things like that, right? I'm going to repel people that don't want to use social media because that's how I'm teaching it. Right? So it's just being very clear as to who you want to attract and who you want to repel.
I see.
Every single one of these students started exactly where you are. Talented, motivated, but stuck trying to figure out how to turn music into real income. What changed everything wasn't luck. It was mentorship, strategy, and accountability. If you want that same kind of support, if you're done guessing and ready to build your music business for real, then join us inside the Music Creator Accelerator Mentorship. The link is below. Don't wait. Freedom isn't built by accident, it's built together. In the meantime, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next one.